I noticed in the credits you thanked Steve, Pegg, and Flynn for funding your comic book collection. I think that's a little bit nice. Who really funded the collection? Was it Steve, Pegg, or Flynn?
It would be, I mean, probably my mom. Probably Peg funded most of it.
And there it really is. I get it.
There's a real.
Do you still have your comics from growing up? Are you one of these people that saved everything?
I do have a bunch of them, yeah. Because when I came to LA, I had to sell some of them during, some moments in my 20s. But yeah, but I still have quite a few. I think I don't have enough, and others think I have too many.
In an emergency, you can only grab one or two comics to save. Entire collection. What are you saving?
Probably some of my early-ish, it's when I was growing up, like maybe I'm 15 years old. Some of the Avengers from that era I loved. I had some X-Men from probably before that era that cost me like, I don't know, at the time, $4, which was a lot. But some of the art, from the Byrne art was so good. Probably those, and then I think some of the new stuff is so good with Brian Michael Bendis, all those writers. But yeah, I mean, it's sort of, I tend to land on Marvel stuff mostly, but yeah, it was Avengers and X-Men and that kind of thing. I would probably make some choice selections from those.
I get it. If you made a superhero movie, how much did you think about putting an after the credit scene?
Oh, like an Easter eggy thing?
Yeah.
Like the Marvel one?
Yeah.
Well, it's hard to do with the very first one, right? Because you're spending a lot of time with the world building of it all. So I had to settle for a quick cut, and then some more Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy shenanigans. But I would love to have, there's more stuff that we would love to do if the movie is received well and, people want more. But then, yeah, I would love, the world building of it all, I think is one of the most brilliant things that they have all done. What a good idea.
I love Jason Bateman in the movie. I loved his crab claw hands. I know you're friends with him, but what is it like pitching him on doing this movie and being like, just to let you know, I'm thinking crab claw hands?
So it's funny you should mention that because he's so busy, with Ozark and everything. I pitched him, but we text all the time, because he's out of the state and he's flying back and forth. He's just such a busy guy. And usually we're texting about baseball. And then in the midst of one of these baseball texts, I'm like, hey, do you want to be in our movie? What? You'd be a crab? ? What? And so he, when we were trying to get the schedule together, and he just kept, so I would see him and he'd be like, look, this is my audition. What do you think? And I'm like, pretty good, man. You're in. You're definitely in. He's like, can't we make the schedule work? And I'm like, please, yes, we should. So once the schedule was done, he was all in. He's just such a funny guy. He's such a good friend.
I know I have to go, but I just want to ask real fast, how many takes got ruined from the crew laughing? Because he's so deadpan and so funny.
I couldn't give you an exact number, but I could tell you that I had to scrub myself out of the sound a lot because I was laughing so hard at everything he did. He's funny.
Yeah, he's okay. Let's not inflate the ego. Anyway, listen, congrats on the movie. I really enjoyed it. Have a fantastic time in Australia.
Oh, thank you. See ya.